Tossed my gun in the wishing well. I was feeling wise, so it crossed my mind that our freedom leaves us in a cell. So we're feeling fine while we lose our minds. So of course the force is overwhelmed. Get back on the horse and just stay the course, the course. I was walking, no place to be, when suddenly came over me was a feeling that deep down below they were keeping track of me, and my lips were growing, and what I have to show for any of it, nothing. And when I looked behind, I lost my mind, tossed my gun in the wishing well. I was feeling wise, so it crossed my mind that freedom leaves us in a cell. So we're feeling fine while we lose our minds. So of course the force is overwhelmed. Get back on the horse and just stay the course, the course. I was walking with no place to be when suddenly came over me was a feeling that deep down below they were keeping track of me, and my lust was growing. What I had to show for any of it, nothing. And when I looked behind, I lost my mind. Why do I say what I say?
I'm right.
If you were talking to me like that,
I stop it.
why do I do what I do?
Make problems.
Why am I so sure I will be
Forgotten.
wish someone would come and tell me what to do. I'm looking for a role model, how about you? And I do the same in kind. But when I looked behind, I lost my mind. Tossed my gun in the wishing well. I was feeling wild, so it crossed my mind that our freedom leaves us in a cell. So we're feeling fine while we lose our minds. So of course the force is overwhelmed. Get back on the horse and just stay the course, the course. Tossed my gun in the wishing well. I was feeling wise, so it crossed my mind that our freedom leaves us in a cell. So we're feeling fine when we lose our minds. So of course the force is overwhelmed. Get back on the horse and just stay the course, the course. Why do I do what I do? Why do I say what I say? Why do I do what I do? Why do I do what I do?
Oh, well, everybody, welcome to the show. Oh, my lights aren't on. Oh, out there. We're now properly lit, maybe, hopefully. What we've got now, as I'm sure you know, since we talked about this last week and we've been talking about it on the morning show, this week's episode features an interview with the band PWRUP. They're a Skacore band from Western Massachusetts, and what we've got in the lead up to that is a curated selection of ska and Skacore songs that we're going to play. So if you're here for the interview, that will be taking place around the 10 o'clock hour, and then until then, we're just going to be jamming out to some songs. Let me pull them up here. So what we have here, starting off the first block of music, will be Better Medicine by Best of the Worst, and then Mississippi by Flying Raccoon Suit. So without further ado, we're going to get right into the music, because we've got a big interview. This interview was like extra sized. We had a lot of fun. So usually they're about 20, and this one's almost 30. So more interview. So we're going to have to rush into that. So here we go with Better Medicine by Best of the Worst.
Disengagement from the narrative. Superstition is imperative. Never live up to what you portray. With a fraction in these lines you pay. Better medicine, the life you project. Don't mean much to me, 'cause I got my friends. Better medicine, the life you project is a fantasy. Drown in your delusion. I'm not dwelling in mistakes I made. I won't retrace that path. I'm not counting every breath I take, 'cause it will be my last. I'm not dwelling in mistakes I made. I won't retrace that path. Sick of acting like a fucking fake. We are the contrast. I'm not giving up, oh no. 5 months till we're on the road. When I'm down and feeling low, these 3 chords are where I'll go. And I'm not giving up, oh no. 2 weeks till we play a show. When life sets us to explode, this will always feel like home.
The negatives will manifest, 'cause I got you inside my chest.
Hold me down. Too hard. What's it like to live a normal life between the lines? Never thought that we would ever want to coincide. Change the time, change the time. 'Cause you won't run my life. And I'm not giving up, oh no. 5 months till we're on the road. When I'm down and feeling low, these 3 chords are where I'll go. And I'm not giving up, oh no. 2 weeks till we play a show. When life sets us to explode, this will always feel like home to the temporary sanctuary. Bring my blanket free. Built up straight from the ground. Makes no difference what the distance will surpass it and persist. A shoot stop full of privilege for the digital age. Ingrained for generations to serve and protect our original sins. Some hide in plain sight in pale armor. Some hide in blue lights and Kevlar. 2 shades of color, 2 brands of justice. Tears bring on the canisters to fill our eyes again. Spreads your only emptiness. Innocent last life reflected in the kaleidoscope. Shattered glass. Remove the
in the face of a tragedy, a travesty, a tree and noose behind a badge, a sheep's disguise followed happily. We were blind to the struggle of ages. Eyes open, we fight what they trained us. United colors, united resistance. Tears bring on the canisters to fill our eyes again. Our breaths bring only noxious gas. A million lost lives are reflected in the kaleidoscope. Shattered glass, removing the impressive enact for 400 years. Don't start no shit. Won't be no shit. Don't wrestle the pig lives for it. Don't start no shit. Won't be no shit. They enforce the code but don't follow it. Don't start no shit. Won't be no shit. They chose the color, you exist in it. Don't start no shit. Won't be no shit. We formed this hell. You're living through it. Tears ring on the canisters to burn our eyes again. The breaths bring only noxious gas. A million lost lives are reflected in the kaleidoscope. Shattered glass, a choking world resists arrest.
Am I falling apart? Am I already broken? Could've sworn that I made them twice what I got paid last week again. I hear they're doing great. Got another nice bonus. They wish they could go back then. Man, I wish I could ask them. Do you find it hard to breathe? Or are you nothing like me? Or maybe you used to be. Before they told you to forget and you listened. How can you see the suffering and say they brought it on themselves? Are you even listening to the words that come from your own damn mouth? Well, you seem content in the new gilded age. At least I've grown into my rage. I'm seeing double. Get the hell out of your bed. It's Christmas, what you learn from all the people living and dead who tried last night to get through to your thick head. I see it didn't work. You still think it was earned. Do you not believe your employees the thought they said? Do you find it hard to breathe? Or are you nothing like me? Maybe you used to be. Before they told you to forget and you listened. How can you hear the sycophants and think that you deserve them? Are you even listening to the words that come from your own damn mouth? Well, you seem content in the new gilded age. At least I've grown into my rage. I'm seeing double. Wrap it up nice with a pretty pink bow and sell it for profit. We know I'm seeing double. Say a prayer for the lost and rotten. Hold on to the unforgotten memories. The memories. Getting tired, but I'm getting tougher. Hold out for the undiscovered things to be. No one can see. While you seem content in the new gilded age, at least I've grown into my rage. I'm seeing double. I hear what you're saying, I just disagree. So don't put your problems on me. I'm seeing double.
All right, folks, that was the first block of music. Those last two songs were American Travesty by courtesy of Tim, and then New Gilded Age by Atlas and Oracle off of the album they released earlier this week, Out of Nowhere. A thing they tend to do. So you wake up in the morning and find a new Atlas and Oracle album. It's a good day. So now in this next block, we've got 3 songs. They're all by PWRUP. Kind of in a lead up to the interview, we're going to play some PWRUP. This first song is called King Kong. And I have to say that the opening vocals of this particular song are just mega powerful. Every time I want to hear them, I just want to go punch a mountain. It just makes you feel so powerful. So it's a great song. And then following that song will be They Bartholomew off of their upcoming album. And then Castignation, The Simulation, also off of their upcoming album. So 2 songs we kind of talk about a little bit in the interview. Kind of get you jazzed. So here we go. This will be the last interview, last block of music before the interview starts. I'll pop back in and introduce the interview and whatever. But no show flyers this week. Too much to do with the interview, so kind of skipped that because I wanted to do, ska adjacent and some Skacore stuff. So no show flyers. So I apologize for that, but it is what it is. But starting this next block of music off with King Kong by PWRUP. This version is off of their EP they released in 2010. Expect a new version, a re-recorded version of this song on their album. Again, we touch on this in the interview. But here we go.
Don't stop believing.
Darkness at the edge of my vision. Portents I won't prevent. It feels like so long since I last took a breath. On and on and on. It's like this every day. Societal deficit of common sense and decency. Ideological war is here to stay. We're staring out the window's facing a wall. And happiness is chemical. You don't got nothing nice to say. Then there's nothing at all. We wouldn't want this empire to flow. Marionette districts seem to be attached to everything. We've surrounded ourselves in this web. It's fucking sick on it. United we stand, but together we'll fall down. Can't interact without ripping each other's throats out. We behave this way because we've been trained. Land of the free, home of the brave. Freedom to keep dreaming capitalist America's dreams. Brave enough to spend a little extra this week. We drown the misery in any way that we can. Holding knives to each other's throats waiting for imperial command. We're staring out the window's facing a wall. And happiness is chemical. If you don't got nothing nice to say, then don't do nothing at all. We wouldn't want this empire to fall. Marionette districts seem to be attached to everything. We've surrounded ourselves in this web. It's fucking sick on it. Thank God and quite God I'm sinking in. We are
Well, that's it for the music on this episode. We're gonna go right into the interview. This is probably the most chaotic interview I've ever done, but it was also a lot of fun. So, hope that comes through. Here it is. I hope you guys enjoy it. Welcome to the interview. We're here today with PWRUP Band. And we're going to be talking to them about their new album that's coming out on the 24th. It's called Just Devils. And why don't each one of you individually introduce yourselves and let everybody know what part you play in the band and whatnot?
Sure. I'm Gary, bass and vocals.
I'm Aaron. I play guitar and I do vocals.
Jeff, guitar, some vocals.
My name is Justin, and I sing and I play trombone. And I go, ah!
Does that a lot.
Yeah, it does that quite a bit.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So since you guys, this is the first interview you've done for the show, I want to ask the question I ask every new band on the show is, what is the origin story of PWRUP?
I don't know.
Gary's got the deer in the headlights look.
Pretty much all, at least Jeff and I, most of us have played together for like 20 years in various bands. We got back together probably just to jam out like 2015, 2016. For the hell of it, wrote some songs. I think we all had like unfinished business within the genre. I feel like within punk, within ska, within hardcore, that we wanted to like kind of put a cap on, and that's what this record pretty much is. We tried to write exactly what we've tried to write, but haven't quite gotten to for most of our lives.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Like we've been in so many ska and punk and hardcore, and Gary was in a prog band for a long time.
For a decade.
And like I don't know, there was always something that just was like sitting on the back burner that took us a long time to get to. And we've all just happened to be in a place to do it and back in like 2016. So we started it, and then I moved away for a year, and then I came back, and it was like, you know what, let's just do it.
Pretty much.
Awesome. So I've been kind of pitching you guys on the show as a Skacore band. Is that a fair assessment of what you guys are shooting for, or how would you describe your sound?
Yeah,
We happily claim the title of Skacore.
Yeah, that pretty much encapsulates it.
A lot of people apparently don't think we're ska, but that's fine. We're really more of a thrash band with a trombone, but like I'm fine with people calling us Skacore. Like it's the scene we really belong to. So
Awesome. So I want to talk about the album and the name in particular. So first, this is your first full-length album. You had an EP out in 2018, I believe.
Yes.
So this is the first full-length.
Yeah. So the full length, it's all the songs that were on the EP, and we re-recorded all of them like professional quality, and we added 5 new songs. And I mean, you can decide for yourself. We got 3 of the singles out already, but we think it's a hell of a lot better.
It sounds a little
better. We did the best we could with that. Like Jeff learned how to record on GarageBand, and the whole thing was a learning process. But then getting our drummer Brian in the band, and he's like a professional audio engineer.
Nice.
And he had like a studio, and we got in there, and he started recording us, and we were like, oh God, wow.
I think the quote I like the best, and I say it the most, is it sounds like a real band. When you listen to the room, like, wow, it sounds like a
Gary, you and I, it only took us like 25 years to sound like
yeah,
a real band,
yeah.
but we did it.
Like, it finally happened.
Just keep plugging away, and eventually you make it. I do like the album version of Corner Office. So we'll
Thank you.
we'll swing back to that
Very
one 'cause I
much.
think that's a song I'd like to talk about, ask you some questions about.
Let's do it.
But
Okay.
okay, so you have a lot, well, a lot. You have some features on this album with Best
Just a
of the
couple.
Worst and Death Stereo. Is that it's slipping my
Death by
mind.
Stereo.
Death by
Death by
Stereo.
Stereo.
Death by
yeah.
Stereo. Yes. So are there any that I'm missing there?
So let's see. Track 1 has Dissidente. Track 2 has The Best of the Worst. Track, let's see, 9 has Death by Stereo. Track 11 has Knockover City and Tragwag, and track 12 has Mega Infinity and Hell Beach.
Awesome.
Did I miss any?
Throughout
I think I got
oh
all.
Voodoo.
yeah.
Eric from Voodoo does sax on almost every song. Pretty much.
More than half of the songs for sure.
Yeah.
And Chris Ruckus from Dissidente did a bunch of organ for throughout the album.
Awesome. So would you say you're deep in the ska scene? You're not kidding when you say that. When you
That is the scene we know.
yes. Awesome. So you just. Oh, we've got a
Welcome,
new
Brian.
drummer. Hello.
Oh yeah, this
up?
is our drummer Brian. He's here, you know.
I made it.
I made the
it.
album. That's the one we just referenced, and
Oh,
right
yeah.
on
Yeah,
cue.
you made
Right on
the
cue
album.
came in.
My phone is gonna die though. Shit.
Shish kebab.
This is like a metaphor for our band because Brian came into our band about 15 minutes late as well.
Yeah, no, this is perfect.
There you go. Something like that.
Okay.
Oh,
Look at
I'm
the corner-
frozen.
Look at the corner of his head.
Corner,
Look at that.
head fist.
Corner
Hold on.
of his.
Stop it.
Okay. I might not have camera, but we'll see.
You need camera. You
Unique.
need it.
Nobody
need
wants to
camera
look at you
interview.
anyway. It's fine.
Also true.
All
Ooh.
right. Just give
This
me
is a little tape- this is a little-
second, because I had this cropped off, and now that there's more people than I expected.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
It was a quick
Sweet,
fix.
This is what they call content.
Because we don't have like a full horn section, because
It's a little
The
taste of our
horns.
on our
A little taste of the
wives.
chaos.
A little, a little
when you
case
talk
of
on stage. What the fuck?
yeah,
Our
yeah.
banter. This is what our
What
banter
the
is
fuck
like.
is that?
Yeah, I had
Oh,
a
sorry.
bunch of my kids on here so I could set up the scene just right. I don't have. I have a lot of kids. I don't think I have enough for a full horn section. But
You never know.
definitely don't have enough for a 12-piece band. Almost. though.
Not yet.
Not yet.
That's my
Orchestra.
That sounds like my personal hell.
Okay, so welcome, Brian. Is it?
That's
drummer
me.
for the band, and also the
Producer.
audio engineer is. What we-
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds
Producer.
about right.
the
Awesome.
wizard
Well,
behind it all.
Welcome to the interview.
Thank you.
Okay, so this album is also the first album you've done with Ska Punk International. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. We talk a lot on the show. Actually, almost every ska act that I've interviewed has name dropped ska punk as just one of the influential labels in the ska scene and in the DIY music scene. So it's cool that you're working with them. Is anything you want to say about the experience or anything?
Yeah. So we really took our time with this album. It took us like 4 or 5 years to do, and throughout that time, obviously, like anybody, you're thinking about like, okay, how are we going to release this? Who are we going to release this with? And like, obviously, there's a lot of different options. Like, who knows what would be available to us? But you're always going to have your wish list. SPI was always on that list. And earlier this year, I ended up going down to Texas for SPI Fest, and seeing that scene and like the community that they have built over the past few years, it just became very clear that that's where we belonged. and they do such a great job there, and the community is absolutely wonderful. Chris has been incredible. Mishi's been incredible, and it's just been a really great experience for us.
Cool. They're based out of the Austin area, right? Am I correct?
Denton.
Denton. Oh my goodness. I used to live in Denton. That's amazing. That's wild.
Yeah, Chris is out of Denton. Mishi's out of Long Island.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. So, moving on, we had mentioned corner office earlier, and I said we was going to swing back to that. So here we are. That's the remastered version. I don't know if that's what you guys want to call it, but it's kind of what I have on my notes.
Completely re-recorded, yeah.
Totally re-recorded
from the ground up, yeah.
Oh, okay. Re-recorded. Okay. That version is amazing, and I just kind of want you guys to talk about the inspiration behind the song and stuff, because it's a pretty cool song, and I'd like to get you guys' take on it.
Well, Gary wrote most of it, so if you want to talk about it.
Did I write the lyrics?
You wrote you wrote half the lyrics, yeah.
You're probably right. Yeah, I think we had the concept together as a band, like of what we wanted to write it on. So like verse 1 is about someone in poverty, and verse 2 is about someone who's like a rich and a CEO, or possibly like a Nazi. I don't know, something like that. And it just it shows. What does it show? It shows the perspective of both people, regardless of the morality of it, as to why they think, the motivations behind, or the justifications behind why people would be in that position and be okay with it. I think that's, and then the chorus kind of ties it together.
Yeah. So like, the chorus kind of the lyrics for the chorus were very heavily inspired by the irrationality of rationality by NoFX, where it's kind of comparing like a lot of different people in a lot of different scenarios, and like it's different views of like privilege. Where one person is, on the street and, guilty of not being able to survive on the street, whereas the other one is, born with, the silver spoon in his mouth and thinks he deserves to be there because he worked so hard to get there. And kind of just like it centers a lot around like the myths of like bootstraps and ladder climbing and etc.
Yeah,
that's a very nice critique of society, I think, which is the take I got from it. So it's very very cool that way. Would you guys say that you as a band tend to critique society in some of the parts?
A little bit.
A little bit.
That was kind of a leading question, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess you could say we lean a bit left.
Little bit.
Slightly.
Just a tad.
Just a tad.
Awesome. So I kind of want to talk about Constagnation, the simulation. Now that's was one of the first singles you released for the album.
The ska song.
The ska song. I believe this is the one you pitched as kind of the bait and switch song for the album.
Yeah, we did.
I
told everyone.
Yeah.
I told everyone, I was like, this is the most ska you're gonna get from us.
It's a great song, but why don't you tell everybody inspirations behind that one and kind of what you were going for?
I'll start just from the music, and then you can go to Justin for the lyrics. But like musically, Jeff and I were actually just sitting in the basement, and we were like, we don't have any just straight up ska songs. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna write a ska song, and it's gonna be mostly one chord, and fuck it, we're just gonna fucking do it. And so we did it, and then we just kept adding shit, and it just kept progressively getting more and more complicated. And then it ended up being probably one of our favorite songs on the album.
Yeah, I think the chorus, actually, Gary wrote that for maybe something else. I remember we were jamming on it, and it ended up
8 years ago or something.
Yeah, and like kind of changing, and it ended up working with the ska riff that Aaron came up with, and
oh yeah, that was like the Pennywise riff.
Yeah, we played.
Yeah.
It used to be like double time because everything is just
'Cause
faster,
everything always
right?
double time.
Yeah.
Faster,
Yeah.
stronger.
Everything's better faster. But
I decided
Yeah,
we
so-
needed one song that didn't have the fast beat.
Yep.
And I was like,
Yeah.
There's no
The
fast
sec-
beat in castigation.
there is at the very end,
Okay.
but we originally had the second half of the chorus as a
double
fast
time.
beat. Yeah, and I put the
You're
kibosh
like,
on
no.
that. I'm like, no,
Yeah,
we don't need more of that.
Lost it in production.
Yep.
But yeah, Justin wrote the majority of the lyrics for it.
Yeah, this was one of the easiest songs to write. It just like I was able to just put it out like so when I write a song, I don't write the lyrics beforehand. I listen to the song, I make them write the entire song, and then I add horns and lyrics over that. And this just I felt it, like we all have a long history with ska and ska bands and how we got into everything, and we all hopefully are better people than we used to be. You know, we have lived and experienced things and done things and learned from those things, and all come out more damaged and hopefully better people. And that's really what this is. It's just looking at the last time I was in a Skacore band and how I used to act, how I would do a lot of drinking in the van instead of chilling with other bands or caring about shows more, or just not cherishing the relationships that I was building because I didn't know. I was just dumb. I spent the time not as wisely as I could have in that regard, and a lot of friends that I used to have I don't have anymore, and that's my fault. So
you referenced a lot of different things in the lyrics too. Like I think
I
Smash
straight up
Mouth
stole. Oh yeah, the disconnect the dots from Smash Mouth. Scarborough Fair. that was a fun one. Remember me to someone from my past, I believe, is a direct rip from that. But yeah, no, this was a really, really fun song to write, and it has a lot of feels. You know?
And Joe Scala actually wrote his own part in the bridge.
Oh, yeah.
We sent
best
him the
part of
song.
song?
And, we sent him the song, and he was like, all right, what do you want me to sing? And I was like, do you want to just write your own part? And then he was like, all right, what's the general feel? And I was like, I don't know, kind of like self-deprecation. And he was like, perfect.
It's definitely a great song. Are there any other songs on the album that you kind of want to talk up that people should check out? Perhaps one that's not a single, so yeah, give people something to look forward to.
I mean, definitely all the new ones. The first track on the album, President Evil 2, which has Chris Ruckus from Dissidente on it. It is very fast, lots of shredding, and it's, in my opinion, a scathing review of the two-party system and how bullshit it is and how it's all really just an act. Referencing like, the right freaking out over like microchip vaccines and masks, and the left, basically just saying, oh, okay, we're all set. As long as we have diversity, that's all that matters. Which obviously diversity matters, but like in the context of the industrial war, like the military industrial complex, it's like,
okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Eisenhower.
Give me more female drone pilots isn't really
right.
helping things.
What's the line?
The most diverse war machine.
Yeah, the most diverse war machine, which was in the running for album titles, but
So we're actually had a question about the album title. Meant to drop it in the beginning when we were talking about the album, but I got sidetracked. Just Devils, is that like a double entendre, or is it just? Are you going for
The whole?
I've definitely thought about the word just meaning like having a double meaning, but it's actually a reference to They Bartholomew, one of the other singles we just dropped.
Stupid name.
It is a ridiculous name for a song, but yeah, at the end of the song, Justin says, no heaven, no hell, no gods above, just devils, like in reference to, I assume, just people, humanity in general.
Yeah,
losing faith in them.
That's Can we talk about the title for They Bartholomew?
Can we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about as far as it go.
Where did it come to? It's something that I said.
We just say really stupid things at each other a lot.
That was it was in the running for the band name. When we were choosing band names. It was on the board for a long time.
What else? What else was on there?
Along with Uncle Grunkle was a possible band name.
I can't say it. Jeff will get mad at me.
Just what was your
say
reference?
it?
Whipped shit was also on the board. Not like whipped like
album. Yeah,
but
No,
like
like
whipped
whipped- like whipped
like
cream.
a cream, like
Yeah.
whipped cream, like whipped shit, like aerated.
Aerated?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
aerated-
nice and
aerated-
fluffy.
Aerated shit would have been a better name.
If we were a pure thrash band, that would have been perfect.
That's true.
Do you know how
Like
glad I am
thrash
that our
crust.
band name? You know how glad I am that our band name is Power Up.
I totally. And even
for
then,
fucking
it's still
AC/DC.
feel like, yeah. Even then, it's like you still have to say, yeah, well, there's only one vowel, and still have to explain it. But never mind having to spell They Bartholomew.
No,
to
that's what makes
somebody.
us hip.
Right, and
I
ACDC
don't know.
destroying our SEO, but it is what it is.
I
It was only
gonna
for 6
ask
months,
about
and it was
that.
during fucking COVID, whatever.
Yeah. You guys got me off kilter.
That happened.
Sorry.
We tend to do that.
Imagine coming to one of our band practices.
Oh, I want to say one more thing about They Bartholomew. We had a group discussion, and we were like, all right, there's certain names we don't want to change. King Kong, we're keeping. They Be, we're keeping. And then we changed the rest of our names.
We
The-
changed
the
all.
rest of the songs.
We changed all the ones that were names of vines. I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
all,
yeah.
all of the new songs were originally names of vines.
Yeah, there was Look at All Those Chickens. There was
Welcome to Chili's.
Welcome to Chili's. There was Hurricane Tortilla. I think that might have been it, but
I still don't know.
Yeah,
the names of
basically,
the songs.
yeah, we had a like a dry erase board in my basement. Anything ridiculous, put it on the board,
Put it on the board.
and then
That's
Literally-
the name this
yeah.
week.
Literally
They
the-
Bartholomew was the compromise.
yeah.
Literally, the last show we played, Gary looks at the set list and then looks at me. He goes, "I don't know what song this is."
Yeah, because it's not Hurricane Tortilla anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck
I had to-
Features is.
I had to yell tortilla at him as I'm like clicking the sticks in.
Yeah.
Got a
Which, by the way,
We'll get there.
translation
We'll get there.
chart.
for me to go back, definitely check out the full album. I'm excited about those songs. They're kind of deeper in there, but yeah, get a little taste of that stuff.
For me to go back again, this is Justin. You're listening to Live Free DIY Hard.
Nice.
Thanks, Justin.
Thank you.
You got into whip shit
Um,
too quick. I couldn't, say my thing.
I certainly think that speaking of whipped shit, the community at large really appreciates that you went for Power Up instead of.
Oh, I think so too.
Are you saying you would not wear a whipped shit T-shirt?
What would the logo be?
Froyo.
It's just
It
a
would be the-
turd in a froyo cone, right?
The people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no,
We
it
would-
just looked like chocolate Froyo.
We would sell poop
That's the
emoji.
point.
hats.
Um,
Poop
nice
emoji
and
would be a
airy.
good band name.
Probably is one.
But somebody's done it.
Okay, so I think that's it for everything that I had in general. I usually ask the band to pick a song from their discography to play the show out to. So if you would like to do that now, I'll play it after the interview.
The last song.
The most recent song?
No, it's the last one on the album.
Robert
No,
Band.
you're gonna
Oh,
you're
yeah.
gonna
Oh,
you're gonna
yeah.
spoil
yeah,
the
yeah,
last
you
one on
wanna
the
release
album.
it
This is
early?
before the album. Okay, so sorry.
We should fuck it. We should release an album right here.
Yeah,
The whole album.
This
Put the
is-
whole album right
this
now.
Is now a listening party.
Why
It's a
didn't they call them
717 exclusive.
Might
Yeah,
might as
link-
might as
the-
well do castigation the
Yeah,
simulation.
the link to the drive will pop up in the bottom corner.
Yeah.
So are we doing castigation is what I heard, or are we doing
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it. Ska.
Awesome.
Ska.
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 Definitely should do the bait and switch song. Get everybody hyped.
Yeah.
There you go.
Awesome. Okay, so now is the time where y'all get to do some shout outs, tell everybody where they can find you. Plug a friend if you want. It's your
Shout
time to say
out
what you want.
Connecticut Horse Cremation. They if you have a horse in the southern Connecticut area, you can Google Connecticut Horse Cremation. They will be there within a day.
Look at the reviews.
It's
The
right
reviews are
down the
great.
street. It's right down the street from Scottish Dave's Pub, which is our
out
favorite pub
Scottish
in
Dave's.
Connecticut.
I don't think they've heard of us,
Shout
but
out
we've
Dave.
heard of them and shout out.
We checked out the reviews. They're good.
30 minutes or less, they'll
great
burn your
reviews.
horse.
I don't think that's an every case thing. We're not advocating that they're you don't get your money back if they don't do it in 30 minutes. But
Like
they will
Domino's?
be expedient. Okay.
For your money back, yeah.
I don't know, why do we say where our music is?
Yeah. So our music is streaming everywhere. It'll be coming out.
OperationIvyReunion.com.
Yeah, that's our website. If you go to OperationIvyReunion.com, or theflamingtsunamis.com, or StuckLucky.com, or FatOfTheNalbert.com, or Brunavit.com, all of those are ours. But yeah, you can pre-order our album on Ska Punk International. All the singles are streaming, and the whole album will be streaming on Tuesday the 24th.
The actual URL is powerup.band.
All of those are the actual URL.
Shut
They'll all
up.
go to the same place.
Unless you want to go to Brian's other band, and that's assjunkies.com. I'm not kidding.
That's not a
That's
joke.
real life. That's not a joke. None of
That's
those
real-
were jokes.
that's-
Those are all real websites that you can go
Um,
to right now.
Do we want to
Check
shout
out
out
music.
friends? Do we want to shout out friends?
Yes.
Mega
Friends.
Infinity just dropped a sick EP. They're
Oh,
our
yeah.
friends.
Awesome.
So definitely check that out.
I love it.
Those vinyls came out wicked cool looking too.
Yeah, for sure.
Tornado?
Our album release is Friday of next week, and we're gonna be playing with RoBi and Hell Beach and Film and Gender, all great bands to check out.
Awesome.
Shout out Knockover City from Lowell, Massachusetts. They're about to put out an album.
Oh yeah, that
uh,
album's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's really, really good. On Constant Disappointment. I don't know when it's coming out. It's probably beginning of next year, spring maybe. I'm not
Yeah,
sure, but
yeah.
that's definitely worth waiting for. I'm going to pick that up immediately. It's so good.
Yeah.
The
for
28th,
sure.
we're in Syracuse. 28th in Syracuse. We'll do it with Malice.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a fun show.
But yeah, check out the website. We got the whole list of shows on there. So
Awesome. Okay. If everyone's done, I guess we're gonna wrap up the interview. I want to thank everybody for coming out. I thank the band, and thanks for making this happen. This was a really great interview. And
thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that was
Appreciate
super
it.
fun.
Thank you very much.
Get us
so-
back for that King Challenge game.
Yeah,
Like that's
we'll talk about
let's
that.
do this.
So we'll be playing out to castigation, but like in the
Ska.
future.
Simulation.
Scott song.
Yeah, song.
Well, that was the interview. I thoroughly enjoyed that interview. I've seen it like 5 times, and damn, it's a real fun watch. Power ups in the some of the power ups in the chat. So thanks for coming out and supporting the show. We really appreciate it. We're gonna probably do Castigation again unless Justin wants to recommend a song from chat to play. We're gonna do that here. Because Castigation's a great song. We could play it again. You know what? Did we do Corner Office? Let me look. No, let's do Corner Office since we did talk about it, and we'll play that out to Corner Office. So that's the show. We're going to play out to Corner Office. As I was saying, Sepsis is doing, there's a band, Sepsis, a hard rock metal band from New England, will be on the Tempo this weekend for like an artist spotlight. So those are basically kind of like what we did today, where we play a bunch of music from that genre and then do a live interview with the band. They call in on Zoom. So if you want to check that out, Tempo starts at 11 a.m. on Saturday. So that's what's in the works this week for Radio 717. There's a show that plays from 11 a.m. to 1 here on the weekends periodically that Jesse does, that talks about the things that Effigy Entertainment is doing and plays music videos and music. So that starts, like I said, 11 a.m. Follow us to get notifications when we go live. And that's the show. Catch me next week or in the mornings from 7 a.m. to 8 when we do the morning shuffle. We'll see you around tomorrow. That's when I'll be back. But here is Corner Office by Power Up to play us out.
So many people not like me. Hold up now. Everything in front of me. Hold up now. Signs of impropriety. Hold up now. So many time to wait to breathe. Hold up now. Invincible hand that makes a fist. Circumstances.